So recently I got asked a question. Somebody came in my office and they go, Peter, I have a question for you. And they asked, what do you tell somebody that struggles with overthinking? And like, what advice would you have for them? And I want to answer that question because I think there's a ton of people that are on really in all over the world that really struggle with that so much. So what would I say to somebody that overthinks? First, I said is you have to understand, first of all, I'm a pastor. So I think everything through the lens of a biblical worldview. You have to understand the sovereignty of God, but also the responsibility of man. Or really another way to say it is the decisions of man. I would say uh, I need to communicate to you the danger of indecision because making no decision is a decision. And oftentimes not making a decision is worse than making the wrong decision because you're stuck in this holding pattern where now you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, so I'm just going to be gripped by fear and I'm stuck in the place that I'm currently in. That's a dangerous place to be. And you need to know this, especially if you are a believer, a follower of Jesus. The sovereignty of God is so important for you to know that if you made a wrong decision, you have to believe in God's sovereignty that He can redeem it and turn it around. But better to make a wrong decision than no decision because I believe God really only works through people that are not in park all the time. You should be moving forward. And so make a decision. It's so important for you. It's so healthy for you. Find wise counsel. Hear from God's voice. But if you can't get those two things, what does peace tell you? That should be the last on your list, but what does peace tell you? So you should know the sovereignty of God, but also the decisions of man. Know the danger of indecision, how dangerous that is. But here's what I would say as a really practical tool, if you're still watching this video, it would be this. Is that I've noticed that if you leave everything in your head and you don't get it out of your mouth, you can think yourself toxic, but you can talk yourself clear. Remember that. This can be very helpful for you because you fight your mind with your mouth. It's going to be so, so important. And listen, if you're spending your whole life talking yourself down, there's no way you're ever going to get up. So you need to make sure you are fighting your mind with your mouth. You can think yourself toxic, but you can talk yourself clear. Hope it helps.